So, for more delicious food at Taste of Kildare at Christmas, we have got Zabi Kazwan and Isaac Issa from Lemongrass Fusion. What are you going to be cooking for us today?
Okay, for today we're going to do the stir-fried turkey with cranberry sauce and sweet and sour Brussels sprout and pork belly crouton.
Yum, I love that. Basically, turkey and Brussels sprouts with a difference. I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you.
Today I will cooking Asian style turkey cranberry, and for the side dish I will cook Brussels sprout and pork belly crouton. And if you can see here, all the items that we use, we make sure it's fresh and well prepared. So Chef Isaac will demo for you how to cook first dish, turkey cranberry. Okay, here fresh turkey breast. We need to saute it first at high temperature. So make sure the flavor of turkey is came out. So usually in our kitchen we use high pressure temperature wok. They have flame around the wok. We need a couple seconds to make sure the turkey is sauteing properly before we add another ingredient. So chef, can you demo how to toast the turkey? Second, we will put fresh garlic and ginger. So we can put, when the turkey already half cooked, we can put homemade sauce. This sauce we made from the chili garlic, chili ginger, and then some plum sugar, fish sauce, and the cranberry. We use organic cranberry. So after it fully cooked, we add on the veg. Red pepper, yellow pepper, green pepper, and julienne carrot, sliced courgette, and then last but not least, sliced onion. The reason we use high temperature because to retain the natural and then the flavor of the veggie. So make sure it not lose the texture and the taste of it. Okay, last, before we plating, we will toast with the fresh scallion. And we add on some organic cranberry. So when people eat this dish, they bite different texture and different taste. So we will put garnish. We're using julienne scallion, and then fresh chili. Okay, for the side dish, we will start with sauteing the pork belly. This pork belly we already braised for 2 hours, and then we add on some shallot. So third item, we put pre-cooked Brussels sprout. So we put some garlic. And then for the dressing, we use red wine vinegar. We season, use palm sugar. Just a little bit. And then we put julienne chili for last minute. And then some sesame oil for the flavor. Ready to plate. So this is our final product, Asian style turkey cranberry, and then for the side, sweet and sour Brussels sprout with pork belly crouton. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Michelle from the Nude Wine Company, and today with Taste of Kildare we'll be talking about brilliant wines to have with your Christmas dinner. So first up, something for breakfast. Everybody likes to start with something a little bit fizzy at 10 o'clock with your bacon sandwich, and we have picked out an absolutely delicious rosé from up where you would normally find Prosecco, so up in that Verona region. This particular one is a sparkling pink wine made from Pinot Grigio. The sparkle goes in it the same way there's a sparkle in Prosecco, so it's slightly fizzy. It's a bone-dry wine. It's called Liara Organic Rosé Veneto wine. So it's an organic sparkling Pinot Grigio. It's dry, summer fruits, very refreshing, and only 10% alcohol. So even if you're having a glass of wine with your breakfast, it's not going to knock you out. It's a brilliant one to start the day with. If you'd like to treat yourself to something a little bit nicer this Christmas, like a very high-class sparkling wine, I'm very happy to recommend this beautiful cava from Spain. Cava is made in the same way that champagne is made, and that means that the sparkle goes into the bottle in the bottle. So if you imagine you've got your tank bubbling away or with making your wine, you have to leave the lid off it to let all the gases go out. With champagne, it's a closed vessel, so the carbon dioxide that's produced goes back into the bottle. So with cava and with champagne, it's a very technical way to make wine, and the bubble goes in the bottle. This particular one is organic, vegan, biodynamic, all singing, all dancing, sparkling wine from Spain, from the Penedès region. And there's a couple of white grapes in it. When your sparkling wine is made from white grapes, it's quite elegant, it's got a lot of finesse, it's quite fruity. Cava is a brilliant way to have a very nice sparkling wine without breaking the bank. So I definitely recommend this one. I badly pronounced the name for you, Amalthea Locherel. So that's Cava from the Penedès region. There's two avenues you can go down for white wine at Christmas. You can stick with the classics. The classics are things like Chablis, which is made from Chardonnay, the classic dry white wine, or Sancerre, which is made from a Sauvignon Blanc in northern France. And it's quite a subtle style of Sauvignon, unlike a New Zealand Sauvignon, which is quite fruity. We've got two slightly different options for you to try this year. So Albarino is from northern Spain, where you might find where the Camino de Santiago is. And my friend calls it the Donegal of Spain. So up there, the Albarino that is produced, it's quite a aromatic, fruity, peachy, apricot, zesty, refreshing glass of wine. And that quite ripe fruit pairs really well with things like salmon and scallops if you're going to have something like that for your Christmas Day lunch. It's a beautiful glass of wine, very easy to drink. This particular one is only 12.5% alcohol. Again, I love a low alcohol wine. A lovely different wine to try this Christmas, and a brilliant alternative to someone who typically might go for a Sauvignon Blanc, that on-oak style. To go completely off the wall, we have a white wine from Crete. So typically, if you would have had white wines from Greece 10, 15, 20 years ago, you may have had an experience with Retsina, which is Greek wine made from pine resin. So I know everyone's thinking toilet cleaner. It's moved on a lot since then, and this particular wine, which is from Crete, it's from a grape called Azertiko. Azertiko is the most regal white wine in Greece. And this particular one is very similar to a Chablis. It's steely, it's citrusy, it's minerally. And if you think Crete being an island with all those sea breezes, there's also a little bit of saltiness on in the wine. So that kind of slight savory tang, it's really, really stunning. And if you think, you don't put sugar on your steak, you don't put sugar on your fish, you put salt, having something with that slightly more salty feel really complements the food dishes. It's a perfect one that will also go well with those white meats. If you're going to have pork or if you're going to have turkey on Christmas Day, they match really, really well. So that is from Crete, and the grape is Azertiko. Now to the main event. What red wine are you actually going to have with your Christmas Day dinner? We have two options here. I've tried to be diplomatic. I've one from France and one from Italy. I'll just bring both of them over here. The French one we actually have had open for a little while, just to sort of aerates and opens up a little bit. We've gone classic on the French one. We've gone for a Bordeaux. Bordeaux is made from a blend of grapes, Cabernet and Merlot. This particular one is a Pomerol. Pomerol is in the right bank of Bordeaux, so it's a Merlot-based wine. And what that means for you is that it's softer and quite fruity with a little bit of spice in it. When you go for something that's on the left bank or that's more heavily influenced by Cabernet Sauvignon, it tends to be a bit more masculine, a bit more, I suppose, cigar box, savoury, and a bigger flavour and a bigger mouthfeel. I love this one. I could drink this all day, every day. It's absolutely delicious, and it's perfect with meats. If you're going to have something like venison, beef Wellington, ham would be quite nice as well. But if you're going to have some of those richer meats, it's absolutely beautiful. You're thinking it actually has a little bit of a smell of cranberry in it, so it would actually pick up on those little hints of all the other flavours on your Christmas dinner. But it's beautiful. I want to smell it one more time. I forgot how nice it was. And then the next wine we've picked to go with is something from northern Italy. And northern Italy, the wines there you're thinking of, a couple of famous ones, Amarone, which is over in the Verona region, and then in Piedmont, which is where this particular wine is from, it's most famous for Barolo. Barolo is made from the Nebbiolo grape. So we have basically a declassified Barolo here. It's called Langhe Nebbiolo from a producer called Giacomo Finocchio. And it is really, really beautiful. It's quite similar to a Pinot Noir. It's light red cherry fruit flavours, loads of herbs, loads of spices, and also really refreshing acidity, which is perfect for cutting down the fat in those fatty red meats that you might be having on your Christmas Day dinner. I don't know which one I'd have. I think, having smelt that, I'd like a glass of that, but normally I would go for Northern Italian. It's where my heart is. So there's 6 interesting wines for you to have a think about for your Christmas Day dinner. Something fun for breakfast, which is a dry 10% fizzy pink thing that we love. So fizzy Pinot Grigio up from where you would normally get Prosecco. A Cava, a brilliant alternative to champagne at a much more cost-effective price. We particularly love this one. The label is fun too, makes it easier. An Albarino up from where you would do the Camino de Santiago. Aromatic, fruity, very easy to drink. Brilliant for people who normally have a Sauvignon Blanc and you want to give them a little taste of something different. Crete White, brilliant alternative to a Chablis. All that steeliness, crispness, minerality. Absolutely gorgeous glass of wine. And then our two reds that we have here. So a Bordeaux from France, very classic, and a Nebbiolo from Northern Italy, a little bit quirky, but equally very delicious. Thank you very much. My name is Michelle from the Nude Wine Company, and I'm delighted to take part in Taste of Kildare this Christmas. Visit www.tasteofkildare.ie for more information.